before I jump into this review, I'd just like to say that, like, I don't think that this episode really warrants a review. Like, I don't think there's enough here, or I could really say anything that really warrants me putting it in, like, my thoughts in video format. So if this video sucks, I apologize in advance. Hell, the only reason I'm even doing this is because if I don't, I'm going to get, like, 15 comments a day being like, hey, where's the new super episode? Where's the new super episode? Hey, there's, like, another episode out. You still haven't done the last super episode. I'm saving myself the future headache. Alright, there we go. So, this episode, it's the filler arc. We're in the filler. Yay. It's still going, and it's an arc this time. Kind of, mini arc. And, okay, so the setup for this episode is Bulma goes and orders space cake because plot. It ends up being delivered by Monica because plot. Goten and Trunks end up getting stuck inside of his delivery truck because plot, and then he goes and takes off into space to the next planet he has a delivery on because plot. Once he gets to the alien planet, once he gets on the planet, he finds the kids hidden in the truck. He's like, oh shit, what are you guys doing here? And he makes his delivery, and then like it turns out like the guy he's delivering to has like some little relic thing that like opens up a thing to get this super sacred water thing, and they take it from him, and they get this super water, and it turns them into like these weird purple jelly people. Then Vegeta shows up, being delivered there, or being sent there by Jocko, and he beats the shit out of like a bunch of the jelly people. They kind of melt, and then kind of reform around Vegeta, and sap Vegeta's strength, and make a copy Vegeta. And that's the end of the episode. There you go. That is what happened this episode. Like I said, I don't really know what the hell to really say about it. It's kind of just this generic, bland, filler arc thing. There isn't really anything interesting going on to talk about. All I can really do is kind of just highlight some of the negatives. Like, I mean, it has, like, kind of dumb fillery shit, the things that you would associate with dumb filler shit in it. Like, oh, the Goten and Trunks can't get their way out of a truck, even though they're super strong. And it's like, oh, we don't want to break the truck. It's like, you could still force the damn thing open. You gotta tell me they don't have enough strength. I mean, I understand they don't want to, like, bust the entire door open, like, off the hinge, but they could force it open. Like, I mean, Bulma's right there. She could get it fixed for him, no problem. Not a big deal. It was just a contrived fucking thing to keep them there. And honestly, like, the depiction of their strength was kind of weird in this episode, too, because, they beat the shit out of Grill and his henchmen, Grill being the bad guy in this episode. They beat the shit out of him and his henchmen, and later on when they return, Goten and Trunks can't fight him because they have Monica, and it's like, okay, well, they captured Monica, and the kids just kind of give themselves up, and they're all chained up, and the bad guys are going to get the evil water, or the sacred water thing, and they're just like, oh man, too bad he has a hostage. It's like, really? You're going to tell me you guys can't just, break out of those chains? One of you guys, like Goten, just grabs Monica and the koala bug guy who's friends with Monica and fly them the fuck away, and, while the other one just kicks the shit out of these guys? You guys can't do that? Really? I don't know. It was just dumb. They made these kids, like, fucking idiots. I mean, I guess you could say, like, oh, well, they're kids, so it's okay if they're stupid, even though they're teenagers and they're just still drawn like kids, because Toei's terrified to age up their characters because they need some type of eye-level character for the core demographic to appeal to. But hey, whatever. They're kids and they're dumb, and they let themselves be tricked, and they just sat there while the bad guys got this super water. Sure. Alright. The only other thing I could really bring up is the animation. Honestly, I'm kind of annoyed by the animation in this episode. I mean, it's not bad at all. In fact, it's fucking phenomenal. And a lot of you people are probably wondering, why would he bitch about the animation of all things in this episode? Well, the reason I'm kind of bitching about the animation in this episode is because it's fucking phenomenal. It's goddamn amazing. Why is that a bad thing? Because I know that there's going to be an episode in the Future Trunks arc that's going to be really important. It's going to have like some big important fight scene in it, and it's going to look like shit. Or it's going to look like just subpar. It's not going to live up to other episodes that had better animation in that arc. And I'm going to think back to this episode and just think to myself, fuck, they wasted that talent on that shitty fucking filler episode when it could have been going to this episode instead. So I am angry for future Zeon, who's going to have to watch a mediocrely animated episode of Super that's going to be really important in the future Trunks arc, that could have possibly been really goddamn cool if it had the budget and it had the talent behind it, but it's not going to because it got wasted in this episode. I'm calling it right now. It's going to happen. You know it's going to happen. You know I'm right. So yeah, I don't know. It's a fucking filler episode. It's a shitty gay filler episode. I really... getting even angry about it isn't even worth it. It's just, Like, I mean, and as far as, like, the positives, there really isn't anything to work with. It's just, like, the little bit of fighting here wasn't really impressive. I mean, it's well animated, it's just not impressive looking. It wasn't like, super well choreographed or really neat looking. It was just kind of a couple of punches and kicks and it was over. So, yeah, there wasn't anything impressive visually other than just how well it was animated. There was no good character moments, like no good interactions. I'd say that's true. It's a cute little interaction between Vegeta and Bulma where, like, Vegeta kind of cowers down to Bulma when Bulma's like, "Are you blaming this on me?" And he goes, "No." That was cute. That was funny. That was a good little, husband-wife moment between those two. And, that's like the one shining part of this episode. If I could just take that one little scene out and just, I don't know, put it in a better episode, that'd be nice. It'd make that episode probably a little bit better, and, then this one would be absolute garbage. Actually, no, it wouldn't be absolute garbage, because it would still be well animated. So there you go. There's my review. It was well animated. That is the high point. It's really well animated. I'm going to be really angry in the future when an important future Trunks arc episode happens, and it looks like goddamn shit, and I'm just going to think, like I said, back to this episode, and you're going to think back to it too. Just wait for it. You know it's going to happen. Like, you're going to see that episode, and I'm going to see that episode, and, because I'm saying this now, you're going to think back to this, and you're going to go, "Oh, that fucker was right. Ugh, hate him." And, so yeah, whatever. Shitty filler episode. I don't really have anything to say other than the little complaints I had. It's boring, it's dumb. I still don't like Monaka. It's cool to see Goten and Trunks get the spotlight for an episode, but, I mean, they're quickly to be overshadowed by their parents by next episode, so, can't really give too much of a shit. Oh well. Zeon, out.